Welcome back to Championship Court. Georgia Johnson and Gabe Tardio warming up ahead of their bronze medal match. They will be taking on Will Howells and Millie Rane, two players that they know very well, part of that training group down in Florida. We saw this foursome play in Sacramento with Georgia Johnson. Let me correct myself because Georgia was playing with JW.
Yes.
Gabe Tardio played with Jill Braverman, but played a mixture of these players. But again, these players know each other very well. They train together. And both of these teams are coming off of really tough semifinal losses. Rane and Howells, they were in it. They had a game point in game number one, couldn't close it out. As we take a look at Millie Rane, the 26-year-old out of Boca Raton, Tardio and Johnson dropped the 3-game heartbreaker to Fudge and Diascu. For both of these teams, Dom, what's the key for putting that behind you and focusing on the task at hand?
Have the memory of a goldfish.
All right, Ted Lasso.
That's it. Let it go.
Do you have a believe sign somewhere that I don't know about?
It's in my bag.
Tape it up in the back of the boot tomorrow.
That's it. Wow, nice resets right there. But again, you said it in all seriousness, it's let the last match go. We got to focus on this because winner gets a medal, loser gets fourth. You don't want to go home without any hardware here in Miami.
Well, especially with both of these teams having been so close to playing in that gold medal match.
Second serve.
Second serve coming.
0-0-2. Side out.
Quick side out. Not the start that Tardio and Johnson would have wanted.
0-0-1. Point.
Rane catching Tardio in the body. Rane sails the backhand long. Good pressure there from Tardio, keeping her back towards the baseline.
1-0-2.
Nice job.
Ball.
Yeah, great job right there. Gabe Tardio ready for that speed up from Millie Rane. And almost Will Howells getting iced out right there.
0-1-1.
Well, we've seen both Rane and Georgia Johnson willingness to take on the men's players without fear one-on-one.
Second
As
serve.
Johnson comes up short into the net. In the
0-1-2.
quarterfinal, Johnson had that one-on-one with Johnson Cola that lasted multiple shots.
Great job right there. And pressure from Georgia Johnson and Gabe Tardio. Millie Rane doing everything she can to stay in that point.
Ultimately, Howells couldn't come up with a dig, so 1-1 here in the first game of the bronze medal match.
Oh, Millie Rane just pulling the trigger early right there. I believe if Tardio lets that ball go, it's going to go out.
1-1-1. Second serve.
Howells misses the drive. Both of these teams still feeling each other out despite their familiarity with one another.
Nice spot there from Gabe Tardio, right hip of Will Howells.
And it's so deceptive the way that Tardio goes after that hip. It's that last second speed up through contact.
Second serve.
Deep drive there from Howells, keeping Tardio back, brings up second serve.
1-1-2.
Oh, Rane just stands up a little bit too quickly through that dink. Just got to keep those knees bent, stay low.
2-1-2.
Use the arm as a lever to roll that ball up and over.
You're back on the missed ball in there for Tardio too. We talk about the margins being so slim, and usually we're talking about the lines, but just that fraction of inches that you move right before contact changes where the ball hits on your paddle and changes the trajectory.
Nice inside out from Georgia Johnson. And you looked at the face of Gabe Tardio after he made that mistake. He's super frustrated. You're almost looking at it, and it's a face of a guy who just came off a 3-game nail biter to get into Championship Sunday. Almost still thinking about that. Oh, nice angle from Georgia Johnson.
Johnson not worried about anything that's happened. She is here to win another medal to add to her already impressive total on tour this season. 4 gold medals, including the Triple Crown in Sacramento.
Second serve.
Misses the drop there.
A little wide with that kind of short hop through a
2-1-2.
forehand roll.
Rane did all the hard work and then couldn't come up with the dig.
Yeah, nice job right there from Millie Rane, staying in it, working through transition. Nice counter from Gabe Tardio. He's having none of that speed up off the paddle of Millie Rane, and he knows that's coming. They practice, they play together very often.
Counter-attack earns Tardio and Georgia Johnson a 3-point advantage. They are up 4-1-2.
4-1-2. Side
Just a
out.
little bit wide off the paddle of Johnson. Side out.
1-4-1.
Oh, nice spot there from Tardio. He goes right at the left shoulder of Millie Rane. She can't clear that shoulder out of the way and gets jammed up just enough.
1-4-2.
Johnson going right at the left hip of Howells, not able to clear that. Those well-placed balls into the body.
Well, she hit it too. She almost looked like she was going to go back to Millie Rane, who was at the baseline. And she rolls it over nicely right at that left hip of Howells. Oh, nice little wrist flick there from Gabe Tardio, as he still is just mean mugging his way around the court right now. He does not look happy to be in this match because of the turnaround. He just played a semifinal 15 minutes ago in a heartbreaker, but he's got to get through it, and he is right now.
Well, the best way to put that one behind you is to come out and win the next one.
Oh, nice counter from Georgia Johnson on the speed up from Howells, and he is. He's not playing bad. I'm just saying.
Right. Oh, no, you and I have both been there. We're competitors.
Yes, exactly.
6-1-1.
You're just frustrated that
Because you
came
feel like
off.
you played well enough that you should be in Championship Sunday.
Yep. Nice job right there as Howells screams, "Why am I taking that?"
Dom, why is he taking that ball?
Well, he's taking it because it's his forehand. He thinks he can get it, but he's full extension. He's getting off the edge of the paddle. That's right on Millie Rane's paddle. We talk about that in the middle, right? So that ball, it is his forehand, but the ball's moving away from him because of the angle it's coming at. So that right there, see how Georgia Johnson's coming across and going towards Millie Rane with that. That's Rane's ball because it's coming to her, even though it is her backhand. So for those of you watching at home, forehand in the middle takes the middle. That is a big misconception. It is where that ball and the angle of which that ball is coming from. As Gabe Tardio getting some dinner in between points here, as he's been on court all day and he's famished.
Listen, do what you got to do.
Hey, these guys play long days. This bracket started at 9 a.m.
Before we got
it is
here.
now 5:30 in the evening.
A long day on court for all four of these players. They'll turn around and do it again tomorrow as both men's and women's doubles coming up on our Saturday here at the Chase APP Miami Pickleball Open.
Gabe Tardio playing great right here in this bronze medal match, and you know that's how you shake off a loss in the semi, is come out here hot and firing.
I think hot is the operative word in all senses.
Howells and Rane changing it up, keeping Millie Rane on that left side for that last point. We'll see if they do it again here. They gave a smile. I think they are. Oh,
Tricky Tardio inside out forehand catches Howells trying to chicken wing it.
well, the key right here is watch Tardio let that ball travel across his body. He hits it when that ball is traveled all the way across his chest to his left hip.
Good placement there from Rane to earn the side out. But she and Will Howells find themselves trailing 1-9-1 here in game one of the bronze medal match. They do keep Rane on the left side. That puts her straight up with Georgia Johnson. What is the dynamic between those two in this matchup?
1-9-2.
So the difference is they're just trying to change it up right now. It's 9-1. Putting Millie Rane on the right and Howells on the left hadn't been working. So they're just trying to change the pace up a little bit. I don't think it's really an advantage. I think the advantage is having Howells on the left and they go back to it.
I'm just trying to find anything they can take into game two, because right now everything going the way of Tardio and Johnson. That catches the back line. And just like that, it is game point for Georgia Johnson and Gabe Tardio.
10-1-1. Point game.
Sails long
11-1.
off the return. Game one goes to the 3 seed, Georgia Johnson and Gabe Tardio, 11-1. Game two in our bronze medal match coming up next here on Championship Court. It's the Chase APP Miami Pickleball Open.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
At Typical Insurance, you're just another senior.
That is the third health insurance commercial with seniors at a farmer's market.
Right? Don't get me wrong, I love a fresh heirloom, but it's like those companies think we're all the same.
That's why I chose Humana. Before I signed up, I spoke to someone who actually listened to what I needed. She told me about benefits that were right for me, like vision and dental, all in my budget. I finally feel in control. What are you doing?
Taking control.
Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
To be clear, Fulfill is a protein bar, not a candy bar. Don't let its creamy, chocolatey goodness confuse you, or the fact that you hide them from anyone with a sweet tooth.
You saw nothing.
I saw nothing.
Fulfill. We swear it's a protein bar.
Back to action here on Championship Court. Georgia Johnson and Gabe Tardio taking game number one, 11-1. And they start us off here in game number two of our bronze medal match. Into the left hip of Will Howells as Johnson and Tardio get on the board first. It's been tough sledding for Howells and Rane. They were in that first game of the semifinal, had 2 game points, as Johnson just misses on the side of the line. But since then, Will Howells and Millie Rane have been outscored 27-3.
The wheels fell off after that, having 2 game points and then losing 11-1 in that second game. So good.
So much pressure.
Yeah, just good point construction there from Georgia Johnson. She went behind Howells at the right time. Didn't force it. Ooh, that ball's there for Rane. Yeah, it's there. She's got that. If she can just get a little more on that.
A quick side out for Johnson and Tardio. Tried to speed it up, instead catches the tape.
The best part is in the middle of that point after the counter from Tardio. His hair got in his eyes and wiped his face to get the hair out. Kid needs a headband right now.
Listen, the longer hair is back in style, Dom. I know you like to rock the little faux hawk. It's smaller this year, though. Yeah, that's just a big slap from Tardio.
Had to cut it down. My son, same way. He's got long hair. For basketball, he's got to wear a headband. Tell him you got to keep your hair out of your eyes. Can't see. You're the point guard. You got to see everything.
Head on a swivel.
That's it. But nice start here for Johnson and Tardio. That counter right there, you called out from Gabe Tardio. Short and sweet.
Second serve.
Misses the aggressive third there. It brings up second serve.
3-0-2.
Nice hands. Gabe Tardio.
Millie Rane has had so much success today with that lob, but all of her previous opponents have taken it out of the air. Tardio's the first one to let it drop and play it back over. Tardio's all over it.
Well, you talked about that lob, right? So Millie Rane had that on Susanna Barr and Hunter Johnson. I talked to them after that match, that being Barr and Johnson, and they were like, we just need to let Hunter Johnson run it down, reset it back in, instead of Susanna trying to go up and hit that with the left hand.
Johnson tried to return the lob. It's a side out, but that's a point that you can play with when you have a 5-point lead.
Yeah, exactly. So she tried to lob the lob. Yeah, nice counter right there from Millie Rane. And Will Howells all over that put away.
Howells and Rane on the board here in game number 2.
1-5-1.
Howells getting a little bit too big.
But it's a good spot right there from Tardio. He doesn't try and hit it too hard. He gets it at the thigh of Will Howells. So it's not up around his belly or his hip where he can hit down on it. It's at his thigh. So when he is trying to counter that, he's got to get a little underneath it. And that's the hard part about that.
Your only options once you get underneath the ball at that spot in the court as another elevated ball. That one rolls in, but your only options at that point in the court to finish that thought. You're either going to put it into the tape like Howells did, or you're going to pop it up for an easy put away.
Correct. And right there, Tardio, that's a heat check right there for him, trying to speed that ball up. Not the proper speed up at that time. Oh, that's pretty.
What an ATP from Rane. Very casual, too.
That's pretty. She shapes this nicely. She didn't even need to, but she does. To add insult to injury, she keeps it 1.5 feet in.
No doubt about it from Millie Rane.
Oh, good.
Oh, she read it right. What a move from Rane. She just couldn't come up with it.
That's exactly what I was saying. It was a good read from Rane. She read where Johnson was going to go with that ball.
Millie Rane, very cerebral player. Those floating balls are every player's nemesis.
Well, it's like adjusting from fastball to changeup or fastball to curveball. You're expecting something fast, then you got to adjust. Very difficult.
Easy forehand through the middle. Georgia just makes it look so smooth.
It was too easy right there. Johnson just a little wrist flick right there after the beautiful lob. I was almost expecting if she got into a couple more dinks, I was going to wait for her to flip up another lob because that last lob was absolutely perfect. She dots the back corner.
We take another look at that point, ultimately won by Johnson and Tardio. There's the lob.
And then watch this little flick by Georgia Johnson. Nice and easy. Keeps that about 6 feet in at about 50 to 60% as Gabe Tardio back into the dish. I mean, they're growing kids.
Johnson and Tardio both still teenagers. I'm not sure they're quite on the Michael Phelps 3,000 calories a day, but listen, get it where you can.
No, but I've known both these kids since they started pickleball. And so both of them have really grown into their bodies here and really started to fill out and gain that strength needed to play at this top level. Oh, so good.
Nearly a souvenir.
I mean, what a good ATP there from Gabe Tardio right here. And Rane with the defense, but Johnson able to finish.
8-3-1.
And you're seeing from Tardio and Johnson why that semifinal between Fudge and Diescu was so closely contested. Howells pushes it long. Absolutely everything coming back off of the paddle of Johnson and Tardio.
So Howells trying to make something happen right there, and I understand it, but again, you're trying to do a little too much from that position.
9-3-1.
9-3-1.
Point.
Missed return. Match point for the bronze medal on the paddle of Gabe Tardio. Howells can't make the pickup. That will do it as Gabe Tardio and Georgia Johnson, big hugs, smiles, maybe some more food for Gabe Tardio as he and his partner take home the bronze medal here at the Chase APP Miami Pickleball Open over Will Howells and Millie Rane, 1 and 3.
Yeah, what a game right there. Johnson and Tardio answering after just losing, 15 minutes prior. Great job by them. Congratulations to them. And a nice run from Howells and Rane.
All 4 of those players will be back on court tomorrow. Here is what's coming up on Saturday. It is a full schedule ahead, men's and women's doubles. Our coverage begins at noon Eastern right here on ESPN+. You can join us then. And, of course, don't forget Championship Sunday coming up as our 3rd and final day. Plenty of action here inside the Miami Convention Center here on this Friday. Top seed goes down. ATPs, celebrations all around, closely contested battles. Gold ticket punched, as this is the first day of action from the Chase APP Miami Pickleball Open. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.